40% carbs, 40% protein, and 20% fats, or something like that. That's what you find on literally every video online. Everyone has their own theories on why their perfect macro ratio is the best. Everyone has their theories being supported by science, and everyone has a different claim. So, in this video, we're going to find out which one actually works and which one is actually the best for you. There are a lot of people. Some say that you want to go high fat. These are the keto guys. The group that believes in keto, they say that you want to eat a high fat diet. Then there are vegans who say that you're going to eat nothing but vegetables and there's no meat allowed, and only you're going to eat vegetables and whole grains. Then there is this other group that actually talks about eating nothing but meat. These are the carnivore diets. And then obviously you have the conventional diet, the 40-40-20 rule, which is 40% carbs, 40% protein, and then 20% fats. In this video, we're going to talk about all these diets. We're going to break down everything. And by the end of this video, hopefully you'll realize which one is the best actually for you. So let's start with keto. Now, keto is again a very popular diet. In a keto diet, you eat a very high fat diet. It's very high in fat. You're getting like 40 to 50% of your total calories from fats, a little bit from protein, and very, very little from carbs. And the argument that they make is that they when you eat a high fat diet, it's ketones, and what starts to happen, I don't know. The end result is that a high fat diet is supposed to help you lose weight. And in this video, I'm going to try to prove you why this actually isn't true. Why a high fat diet isn't exactly the best way to lose weight. Let's take a look at an example. Okay, imagine you are hungry and I offer you two options. Right, you have got two options. Number one is 1 cup of rice, 1 cup of cooked white rice, and then the other option is 2 slices of cheese. Which one do you pick? Obviously, you pick the rice, because when you eat a cup of rice, it actually fills up your stomach. Okay, you actually feel full after eating rice. Compare that to eating 2 slices of cheese, which is high in fat, very, very high in fat, but you're not going to feel full, are you? But the neat thing about this is that the cup of rice compared to the 2 slices of cheese, both of them have 200 calories. 1 cup of cooked white rice also has 200 calories, whereas 2 slices of cheese also has 200 calories. So clearly rice wins, because that way you're also getting full and you're getting the same amount of calories compared to the 2 slices of cheese. Cheese isn't exactly a food. You just add it on your toppings. But it is high in fat. According to keto, you must eat the cheese and must avoid rice because they are high in carbs. But when we talk about the calorie intake, the rice actually beat the cheese. Another example would be that we could compare oatmeal. Right? Now, oatmeal, again, it is high in carbs but low in fat. Right? When you compare 1 cup of oatmeal with just 1 tablespoon of butter, which is again high in fat, low in carbs. Butter is high in fat, low in carbs. Oatmeal, high in carbs, low in fats. But look at the calories. The oats have, you can have like 1 cup of oatmeal with less than 100 calories in it. And compare that to butter, just 1 tablespoon of butter, it has about 100 calories in it. And so comparing this big bowl of oatmeal compared to butter, let's even add in some sugar. Let's add in some sugar in the oatmeal. Even then, it barely crosses the 100 calorie line. Whereas butter, 1 tablespoon contains 100 calories. So which one would you rather pick? I'd rather pick the oatmeal with sugar because it has less calories than butter. Okay? And butter, 1 tablespoon of butter is not going to keep you full. Again, just like the cheese, the butter isn't exactly a food. You eat it with something else, right? So what I'm trying to say is basically that fats are very, very high in calories, and you don't want to eat them if your goal is to lose weight. 1 gram of fat actually contains about 9 calories, and 1 gram of carbs contains only 4. And so when you think about it, you can eat more carbs and get less calories compared to the fats. Because again, at the end of the day, it's all about the calories. If you want to lose weight, remember we always talk about this channel about calories in versus calories out. Um, the better this equation is, the bigger your calorie deficit is, the easier it will be to lose weight. And a high fat diet simply just makes it really, really hard to stay in a negative calorie balance because you're eating a lot of fat, which is high in calories. So that's why I don't exactly like keto. But does that mean that you cannot lose weight on keto? Of course not. Many people have lost weight on keto and will continue to. I even have a friend of mine who lost a good amount of weight by being on keto. But here's the neat part. He didn't exactly lose weight because of being on keto. He lost weight because he was in a calorie deficit. In his mind, he was very, very committed and very, very focused. And he was very restrictive on his calories. That's why he lost weight. Not because he was eating a high fat diet. But again, it's just not necessary. It's not necessary to go on a keto diet to lose weight. But if you love doing keto, go for it. So that is my take on keto. Now let's talk about the other diet, the vegan diet. Now in a vegan diet, you're eating vegetables, you're eating fruits, and you're eating whole grains. Now personally speaking, this is the ideal diet for weight loss. This is the ideal diet for weight loss theoretically because you are eating vegetables, you're eating fruits, and you're eating whole grains. All these three things are very, very low in calories. Vegetables do not have a lot of calories. Fruits do not have a lot of calories. Oatmeal, whole grains do not have a lot of calories. And plus, on the plus side, they also are very, very high in fiber. Vegetables are very high in fiber. Fruits are high in fiber. Oats are high in fiber. And so theoretically speaking, this is a very good diet. But there's one problem with the vegan diet, obviously, is that this diet doesn't allow you to eat meat or any sort of dairy products, and which can cause a serious deficiency within the human body. Protein is a very important part of your diet plan, and if you skip all of it, you're literally taking out a very important part of your body, of your diet, and just throwing it away. It's gonna get very, very hard for you to get those nutrients, right? I know technically you can get these nutrients. There's all sorts of supplements out there, and you can, there's vegan protein out there. But again, it's just gonna be very, very hard to do. And most vegans just naturally are lacking a lot of protein, right? And a lack of protein is bad for you. It can cause muscle loss. It can cause hair damage, nails damage. It can cause a lot of problems. So you don't really want that. So ideally, vegan is a good diet, but you will have to make sure that you meet your protein requirements. But again, that's what I say. Why do you want to make it so hard on yourself to get in that protein? Just eat a little bit of meat and everything will be fine. So again, if you personally think that vegan is a good option for you, you go for it. But just keep in mind that you will develop a protein deficiency. And that is something that you want to avoid. You don't want to be deficient in protein. So this is my take on vegan. All right, now let's talk about the final diet plan, which is the carnivorous diet. Now the carnivorous diet, again, like I said, in the carnivorous diet, all you're eating is meat, right? Fish, chicken, meat, etc. And to me, it's quite dumb. Like, I don't know why someone would just want to eat meat. Like, it doesn't really make any sense. So look at these teeth. We're not made to just eat meat. We're omnivores. We're supposed to eat all sorts of things. We're supposed to eat vegetables, fruits, meat, whole grains, everything. You want to eat everything. Why? I just don't get why is it that people want to go to extremes. There's this one group that only wants to eat fat, the other group only wants to eat vegetables, and then this other group only wants to eat meat. Why can't you just eat everything like a normal human being and add everything up in your diet? That is how we are supposed to eat. For some reason, people have forgotten how a normal human being should eat. But anyways, so these diets don't really work. Like, if you like being on a particular diet, if you like being on the carnivorous diet for a day or two, I mean, if it's fun, then go for it. But this is not a life choice. Like, you cannot live your life like All right, then let's come to the final diet, which is the conventional macro ratio: 40% carbs, 40% protein, and 20% fats. And I'm going to try to show you why this is actually the perfect diet plan. Now, let's break this down. First of all, it is high in carbs, right? Your carbs are the primary source of fuel. If you eat a lot of carbs, this is the food that actually helps you in your workouts. Carbs are the primary source of fuel. And secondly, if you eat the good carbs, which are high in fiber, they are actually very, very low in calories, and they're also going to keep you full. Again, we talked about vegetables, we talked about fruits, we talked about whole grains, oatmeal, right? Things like that. These are the things that you want to eat. They provide you energy, they are high in fiber, which is also good for your stomach, and they are low in calories. Second of all, obviously, you have your protein: 40% carbs and then 40% protein. Now, protein, again, a very important part of your diet. Protein helps support muscle growth, it also helps with lots of other things. But mainly it's because it's just a part of a healthy diet. You want to eat protein, right? And then obviously it also includes a little bit of fats. Again, you know, because just because I was going against keto does not mean that I am against fats. Fats are important in your diet, especially because fats actually help the absorption of some fat soluble vitamins. So it is a part of a overall healthy diet. And that's what this video is about. This is about telling you that you don't really need to go on any extremes, right? You want to lose weight, you want to include high fiber carbs in your diet, you want to include a little bit of protein and just a little bit of fat in your diet. And that is how you lose weight, right? In the end, I'll also give you a sample meal plan. A sample meal plan, the perfect meal plan, according to the 40-40-20 rule, would be that in your plate you'll have one portion of mixed vegetables, and you'll also have a little bit of meat on the side, and obviously with that you'll have some pasta or white bread, or if you're in the mood you can have brown bread or something like that, right? So this is how you create the perfect macro ratio, right? No need to go on extremes. Keep everything balanced, and the way it already is, the way all of us eat. I don't know, for some reason when people get into fitness they just want to go to these extreme ends, which is just unnecessary. The bottom line is, stick to a healthy normal diet and just make sure that you're eating in less, and that is how you're going to lose weight.